Hello, and welcome back to Create Astral. Last episode, we unlocked the ability to create steel, which is going to be put to good use today to unlock us the Tier 2 rocket. There are just a few other machines we have to pick up here, and I had some recording issues, so I've already gone ahead and made the compressor, which just turns steel into steel plates for us, and then the fuel refinery, which is a much easier way of creating fuel. Instead of having to do this whole complicated plant setup here to get us fuel, we can instead just use oil in here and it'll turn it to fuel for us much easier. The only other thing we need to pick up today is the NASA workbench, which looks like it just takes a little bit of cobalt to get running. I think we have pretty much everything else here. Yep, this shouldn't be too hard. And we are just going to need a little bit of molten cobalt. This I just picked up in the nether the last time we went there. And hopefully we have enough here to fill up a bucket's worth. Yep, perfect. And then we can just throw our electrum into the deployer. And then our cobalt will go into the item drain here. And then we just throw our redstone chip down and it should start going through. This has to go through 30 times, I believe, in order for it to finish. All these other ingredients look super easy to grab here, so we shouldn't have any troubles. And here we go. Here's our navigation mechanism. And then we'll use this to create our NASA workbench. And now this is what we're going to be able to use to craft the next tier of rocket. And I'm sort of hoping we grabbed enough dash from our moon trip to create this. And yep, there we are. We definitely have enough to get through this. The only other thing we need for this is a couple of these Hypatian blocks. This is just going to be made the same way we've been making our alloys. We're just going to be able to use a superheated blaze now. Just like this right here, I've got molten lead and cobalt in this basin. And then we should be able to extract it with a fluid pipe once it's done. And here we go, we've got some Hypatian coming through now. And then we'll only need 2 blocks of this for the rocket, so don't worry about making more than you need. And that should be everything needed to make our tier 2 rocket. There we are. And we could just pop up our tier 1 rocket and put our new one down. And we can fill this bad boy up with some fuel. And then we'll put 3 extra buckets into here, along with another launch pad that we'll need to place on Mars once we land. And I believe we should be ready to go. I just want to make sure our mining drill is all charged up. And we'll also want to refill our spacesuit with oxygen here. And we should be ready to go. We just pop on our spacesuit and then hop in our rocket and hold space to launch. And here we are. Now we should be able to pick Mars here now that we've unlocked the second tier rocket. And here we go. We want to remember to hold space so we don't crash land right into it. Oh, just like that. Don't do that. That's bad. That's actually yeah, that's very bad. Don't do that. Well, there's only one way to get home now, unfortunately. Lesson learned. Don't do what I just did. Definitely not. All right. Well, it took a little bit of work, but I've got the second tier of rocket again, along with a launch pad and a bunch of fuel buckets here. And now we should have a gravestone sitting on Mars where we died, so hopefully we didn't lose all of our stuff completely. Alright, this time we're not going to crash, right? No, but my game is. That's fun. Oh, hello. Oh, excuse me. Rude. Okay, let's get our stuff back before that guy comes back after me again. He's coming for me. There we go. So we've got a couple of friends here. I would like them to go away so I can get my spaceship back. So the ore that we're going to be looking for here on Mars is going to be this Astral ore. And we're going to need quite a lot of this in order to unlock the next tier of rocket. Mars also has lots of these raw copper pockets, so if you ever have a need for lots of copper, this is the place to be. This stuff does seem to be pretty rare, so I'm hoping we can find enough of it before we need to head back home. So I've been mining for a while, and I'm nearing the end of my oxygen tank here. And I was worried I wasn't going to have enough ostrom in time, but since I died earlier, I have a whole nother spacesuit with me. So we've got a whole nother tank to go through. Alright, I've picked up about 3 stacks of this stuff here, which is probably way more than you'll ever need, but you know, better to be safe than sorry. And we should be set to head home now. Just gotta find where we landed and check that out, of course. Oh, alright then. There's a chest up here. Nothing crazy. That is cool though. Let's see if we can find some of these guys to beat with it. Oh, that's cool. I'm pretty sure that the rocket always lands around 0, so we'll just have to head over there. There we go. I think we found where we landed. And now we can just pop down our launch pad, hopefully somewhere, and throw down our rocket. Fuel this bad boy up, and we should be good to just head home. And here we are. Make sure we don't crash land again. And we can actually pretty easily just smelt all of our Astral here just by bulk smelting it with create lava. And now with all these smelted up, we're going to need about 6 blocks to create the next tier of rocket. And then we're also going to need 9 more blocks, and these aren't going to be used right away. We're going to save those for later. And then we're also going to need a couple of other ingredients for this next tier of rocket. And these are all going to take Astral plates. And then we're also going to need to craft up some manolin blocks for this, which we should still have some cobalt lying around. And I'm not sure if we have any netherite. We may need to go back to the nether. Scrap that idea. I think we're definitely out of cobalt too. Another trip it is then. Hopefully this will be a quick and easy trip. I don't think we'll need too much of both of those. Well, that took way longer than I'd like to admit, but we got ourselves a good amount of ancient debris and cobalt. Hopefully this is enough to get us through all the manolin we need. Now we just gotta find our way out of here. And with our ancient debris, we can pulverize them to get double out of it. As for our cobalt though, I think we are just going to have to go the way of melting it and then putting it into buckets. And we're also going to need some molten desh for this recipe, and we're just going to get that the same way we're getting our cobalt. And then to get our manolin, we'll just combine all of these together and superheat it with a blaze cake. Oh, and make sure it's not taking out the cobalt there. Definitely don't want that. Well, it took way more cobalt than I thought it was going to. I did end up having to make another nether trip, but we do have enough manolin now. But now that we have those and the rest of our rocket pieces here, we should be able to craft up the next tier. And there we go. There's our tier 3 rocket. Before we head off to the next planet though, we do have the ability to upgrade our space armor now that we have Astral. And there we are. Now we've got our netherite spacesuit. And now we just give this guy some fuel, store some extra in the inventory, and throw a launch pad in there, and we should be ready to head off to our next planet. Well, I had some technical difficulties. And by that I mean I died a couple times, but I think we're good now. Hopefully we can land safely. Yeah, lesson learned, Venus is very unforgiving. Now that we're here though, I'd really like to check out this cool structure over here. You guys are friendly, right? Yeah, we're cool. If I break your house, you don't mind, right? Doesn't seem like there's anything too interesting in here. Kind of scared to open the chest though, in case they act the same way that hoglins do. What we're really looking for though here is this calorite ore. And we're gonna need quite a lot of this stuff too, just like we did the Astral. So we've got plenty of mining on our hands to do. Oh, this looks interesting. Let's see what's in here. This thing down here is glowing. Maybe I break it. Oh, hello. Alright, cool. Boss fight. Fun. Let's punch you in the eye. Okay. Not happening. I have to wait for him to charge up or something. Anytime you're ready, big guy. Earth to Nether Gauntlet. You there? Alright. Cool. Take that. Take that. Hungry? So I'm convinced at this point that this guy is bugged. And there is actually an advancement it gives you, which gives you a nether star, which we're going to use later on here. So there's not really any way else I could get this, except to do this. That counts, I think. Aside from that, though, I made sure to grab a whole bunch more calorite. I had a whole bunch more time, since I brought an extra netherite spacesuit with me. Now I just need to wait for it to stop raining again. And now with all our calorite, we can start cooking it up here. We're going to be using our 3 space ores here to craft up some chromatic compound. And the only thing we haven't made yet is shimmer, which is super easy to make. We pretty much have all of these already. We should be able to just throw a whole bunch of these into a heated basin and get ourselves some shimmer. And we're going to use about 9 buckets of this total. Now with all of our ingredients in a superheated basin, we're going to be able to get some of our refined radiance. Oh, sorry, we're making chromatic compound. And with 9 of these now, we're going to throw 6 of them into a beacon to turn them into refined radiance. And we do have to climb up here and grab them real quick. And with these now, we can put them on a netherite pickaxe and a netherite sword. And we should be able to put them on steel armor 2 that we made last episode. And there we go. This is the best armor we can get in the game right now. To get shadow steel though, we're going to have to travel back to the end. I just have to remember where that portal is. And then I think we just toss these straight down into the void. And will they come back up like they're supposed to? Oh yeah, there we go. We just gotta build out and grab them. There is one more thing we're going to do while we're here in the end, and that is going to be to throw one of these Eyes of Ender into a obsidian altar. And hopefully this boss battle isn't bugged like the last one. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, okay. That seems bad. Ooh, ow. Oh, that's definitely bad. Move. Not good. Ooh, almost got me. This guy is very tedious to hit. Ooh, not good. Ooh, bad, yes. Very bad. What's he doing? What's going on here? Oh, I see. Oh, that is even worse. Oh, no. Alright, this has gotta be the best way to do this. For sure. I can actually see everything. I think we got this guy. Maybe just a few more hits. Oh! So close, so close. There we go. Oh, thought I was dead there for a minute. And with that guy gone, we can claim what we came for, and that is the obsidian heart. This is the final ingredient we need to craft the 4th tier rocket. And there we go. This pretty much marks the end of the pack. We completed most of the quest book. There were a couple of side missions we missed out on though. There is going to be an update to this pack relatively soon. It's going to add a lot more content and rework most of the quest book. But yeah, that's going to wrap up this series. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.